Welcome to another vlog. It's so nice to have you back, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So I'm at my in-laws now. It's been a few days since we last talked, and I'm not quite sure what I will do today. We have a few hours of time, and there's part of me who wants to do a drawing to dedicate to the passing of the Queen Elizabeth II. And I watched a very moving documentary that she provided her personal family movies for, and she actually did the voiceover, and it's a more personal look into her life, and I was very moved by it, so I do feel inspired to do this potentially. At the same time, my book project needs working on. I thought in October I will be finished, but I don't think it's happening. By finished I mean just to have the dummy to be able to send out. But I'm getting there. I think I'm close. So that's an option, and I would also like to do more video editing for lots of footage that I've already filmed. And you might already have seen in this video that I have quite a few problems with my audio, and as I'm filming with my phone, and it seems this is a second-hand iPhone, but it seems like all kinds of different models seem to struggle with audio dropping in and out during filming, and that's happening to me, and I'm trying a different app now and see how that goes. I hope it gets better for you. I hope you enjoyed my birth vlog that I've posted, my birth story, and yeah, I'll just keep filming a little bit more about my life, hope to get better step by step. But yeah, I think maybe we'll do some drawing today. It's just so nice outside. And the nice thing about the iPad is you can draw outside, so I might even bring my iPad outside. What happened, sweetie? So I have I've decided to work on this page. This page is towards the end of the book, and I don't think you could see very much because I basically just filmed my shoulder. But this page originally looked like this, and that's the final scene where there's a big concert. And the thing is that the main character, Bim, if you've watched my previous studio vlog, then I might have or might not have mentioned that he just turned out a bit too dark when I was doing the final pages during that final last year uni project. So basically this character is too dark. That was because I misjudged how strong the colored pencil would show up on this tooth, the tooth of the paper, how like the grain of the paper, and it turned out way too dark. And at that point I didn't have enough time to change those finals, because again, working in traditional media, you'd have to do everything again, or you'd have to adapt digitally. Didn't even occur to me to do that at that point. But now a few years later I decided to change this color here to do it a bit lighter, and I've already worked on a page that I don't think I've actually ended up showing you, but this was the dark page. You can barely see the features. It's very nice and the contrast is very good, but I just think you can't see the features. So this is the newer version, and I'm now working exclusively digitally. So that's what I'm working on right now. And so here I'm now trying to adapt it to this lighter style, and I've thought, well, now that I'm changing it already, maybe I could change the layout of the page a little bit. So I was playing around a little bit about deleting maybe, or rearranging the characters, but I ended up deciding that this is just for reference, that I want to just change his face a little bit. but I will not change so much about the composition of the page, because again, this is a dummy. That means that this is like a pre-book, like a book suggestion. That's what you pitch to a publisher. And I don't really want to put so much work into it, not even knowing if this will be actually the way it's accepted. And I think, yeah, it's as good as I can do it for now, and it can always be improved. I keep being interrupted, but I feel like I'm making okay progress on this. I'm tired. If I'm very honest, I'm very tired. It's been last week was probably one of the hardest week we've had, parenting-wise, or just life-wise. For when it comes to life with the children, there was lots of teething, lots of strong feelings, and very little sleep with both children not sleeping so well. And yeah, I don't know, it was just exceptionally hard. Not as hard as the week when Mila was born and we were all sleep deprived, but it was challenging, and I've not done any work, and I can feel myself just kind of wanting to escape work a bit more and relax. And I know I could do this, but at the same time, I love what I do and I enjoy it. So I think easing into it with a project like this and not trying to make too many decisions. I believe that if I would feel maybe a bit better, maybe I would change a bit more on this page, but at the moment it's just not happening. So anyways, we'll crack on now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So a wasp just started to crawl all over my leg, and I don't believe in they don't sting you if you don't aggravate them anymore, because as a child I let them just crawl on my leg, and suddenly it just stung me out of nowhere. I didn't move, I was actually watching it, and since then I don't trust wasps anymore. So no thank you, sorry wasps. I'm not allergic, but I don't like it crawling over me. And I think because I was wearing this quite strongly colored jacket, probably was attracted to the color, and I thought I'd come inside and continue with my drawing. So I've finished the sketch now. Let me just briefly show you. I'm testing this feature and it's pretty cool. I have a new camera app that I'm trying, and it shows your face and the camera you're filming. So let's see how that goes. If it's just a total double chin show off, then you're welcome. So I changed here Bim, and yeah, he looks a bit more like he does in the other images, and I did decide to move the little rabbit only a little bit. And because Bim is actually not that tall, in the image he looked much taller, I just sat him on a tree stump. So I'll have to add a bit of foliage to make that look less weird. But I think it looks alright. Is it perfect? No, I don't think so, but it's okay. And now I'll fill it in. And again, done is better than perfect, I feel like, now with this dummy. And it's, of course, it should show off what it could look like. But I think these then are more details, moving this a little bit and that. And I'm just wanting to get this done now. So yeah, I'll do that now. Okay, so we're at the point where I feel like I finished, but I just realized that actually now it looks a bit strange that Bim doesn't have a tail. So you could just think, okay, the main character's tail's going this way because he's a squirrel. Yeah, maybe I'll need to add it. Kind of close off this kind of strange gap here. But that's how it looks like now after I've worked on it. It's definitely an improvement. I feel like you can see the character's face so much better. And foliage, I don't know, I'm wondering if I should just finish off this little bit here. But yeah, it was fun. If you saw it before, I was trying a few things here. It looked really beautiful with kind of like a more black kind of detail in the leaves. But the thing is that if you have very high contrast or lots of detail in a place, that's where the eye is drawn to. And I don't really need it on a rabbit's bum, you know, for this page. It's not important for the story. It's just to kind of round it off a little bit. So this, although it looked beautiful and I'm sure it could be used for like an individual piece of art, it doesn't really add to this page and it doesn't help with the storytelling. And that's something you always have to think about as well when you design, because you are designing a page, you're designing the story, you are leading the story through the image. And just because it looks pretty doesn't mean that it always works in that context. And I think that's something that is, something that we learn over time. And I'm sure later when I watch this in maybe 10 years, I'm like, what did you think? But anyway, I mean, we're growing and learning, and I think that's what I was trying to show you. And that's what it looked like before. So you can see the rabbit here. It is nice, but the problem, like I said, here is Bim is too tall. He's too long. It doesn't look believable somehow how tall he is standing there. I mean, except maybe even if he is standing, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to look quite right that he's so tall. So that's why when I adapted it, let me just show you just for a sec, going back again. Now he's standing on a tree stump and it just looks more believable for his size. So yeah, let's try this one more time. Let's go back and forth. Can I do this with holding this phone at the same time? Okay. So here, back and forth and back. So I moved the rabbit slightly and I added this detail. Yep, I don't know. I think it works better. You can definitely see the character's face better. And yeah, I prefer it. So I think that's why we leave this. It's a bit of a compromise. Of course, I should ideally redraw this whole page. But I wanted to just redraw this because, again, it's for a dummy. So, yeah. So as you can see, it is a long process. And although you think, oh, wow, maybe making a little change wouldn't take so much time. The track time on my iPad, and that's not including the things that I had to do on and off, moving cameras, of course, waiting time, about 1 hour and 18 minutes I've worked already on this canvas. That means inserting that old shot that I've had and then working on just this one character. So 1 hour and 18 minutes. So if you think about it, if you ever are requesting or commissioning someone to do artwork, keep in mind that even small changes like, hey, can you change that character, in a finished piece of art will take significantly longer than you think. And because as soon as you make a small change like this, the whole thing gets affected. That's why I had to, lift one character, add a bit of foliage to make it look a bit more rounded, and make new decisions that were not really part of the initial drawing. And that adds up time and time again. So yeah, I mean, obviously here I'm my own art director and I'm tasking myself to do this, but yeah, another hour, just like this, whoosh, out of the window, so to speak, and into a drawing that we don't know. I hope it will lead to something. I don't know, is this even in focus? I just want to say thank you for watching. This was just a little snippet here and there. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep you posted of developments of this project and my life as an illustrator and a young mother of 2 under 3. So nice to have you here. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.